Let's start class. So I just want to go over our homework. I would like to go over our homework and our quiz first. So we assigned you guys to take a picture and send in page 317, question 1 when we wrote it, okay? We had one from Emma, Hannah, Kiwi, Leo, Mickey, Min Huang, Ocean, Sao, Queen Ming, and Tu Chi. So if I didn't say your name, we did not get that response. It was only 9 people, okay? So make sure you can take a picture of that. That was the Ballard birds and their nest, the Ballard birds and their nest. We all wrote it together in class. We talk about how one bird or one nest would attract a mate more likely than the other, okay? The one with more decorations. Make sure you guys submit that, okay? But let's go over your quiz. Here are your results. You guys did pretty good. So you guys can see your scores here. But we're going to be going over the answers. Now, you guys did okay. I see a lot of 4s out of 5s, 3 out of 5s, but I see a lot of 2 out of 5s as well. 2 out of 5s as well. So I think some of the multiple choice confused people, okay? Number 1. Let's go over number 1. Let's have Emma read number 1.
Leroy watched bear grab fish from a river. He saw one bear catch 1 fish. He saw 3 bears catch 6 fish. What can Leroy conclude? A. Bears like B. Bears like to fish in groups. C. Hunting alone helps catch more fish. D. Hunting in groups helps catch more fish on 4.
Okay, very good. And let's have, so you guys can unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Would you guys choose A, B, C, or D?
D.
Okay. More bears able to catch more fish or less fish? Were they able to catch more fish or less fish? Everyone, unmute. More fish. Good job. More fish. Good job, everyone. We could select hunting in groups helps catch more fish. That is the answer. So what we can look at is A, bears like to hunt alone. That's probably true, but not what the question is asking. Bears like to fish in groups. They probably don't like it, but they probably they still get benefits from it. A lot of the time, bears will fight while fishing together, and then hunting alone helps catch more fish. Well, when one bear was fishing alone, he only caught 1 fish. 1 fish. So D was the best answer. Okay. 2, why do some animals travel in groups? A, they have more eyes looking out for predators. B, they have more feet to make noise to scare away predators. C, they can move faster when there's when there are lots of them together. And D, they can find grass more easily when there are lots of them looking. Did you guys select for this one? I have you guys annotate, circle the correct answer. Okay, I think most of you guys know this correct answer. This one wasn't too hard. You guys selected A. A. Good job, everyone. A is correct. They have more eyes looking for predators. Okay. Do you guys think do you think the predators would be scared of the noise we make? Yeah?
No.
Yeah, they're not going to be afraid. Yeah, they're not going to be afraid. And why do you think why is C not true? Why is C not true? Do you think they can move faster running together? Why might they actually be slower? Let's have Hacker.
Lower because it's in the water.
Yeah, maybe not in the water, but let's say you're running as a group. Who's going to be in this group? It's going to be adults, right? But who else is it going to be?
Big.
There's going to be big ones. There's going to be old ones. Who thinks they know? What else is going to be in this group of animals? Ocean? Okay, so when a male and a female reproduce, what do they have?
They have offspring.
They have offspring. And Ocean, do you think the offspring can run as fast as an adult?
They can.
Yeah, they probably can't. Okay, so when you're running as a group, you have to run together. You have to run together, which means you run slower. So definitely A is the best answer. And yes, they can find grass probably more easily when they're with lots of them looking. But what do wildebeests eat? Sydney?
I think they eat grass.
Yeah, they eat grass. And if they travel in a group, are they going to have more grass or less grass? Think about if I give you guys, imagine I brought a pizza. Imagine if I brought a pizza to your classroom I brought a classroom to 3E9. I brought a pizza and I gave it to your whole class. Would everyone get a slice? Just one pizza. Sydney?
No.
No. They have to share.
No.
So another problem with traveling in a group is you have to share. But if you're sitting in class by yourself and Mr. Connor brings you a pizza, you can eat the entire thing by yourself. So A is definitely the correct answer. Okay, who would like to read the question for number 3? Jenny, can you read number 3?
Look at the different beetles on the tree in picture 1 compared with picture 2. Why is the bird most likely eating the dark beetle?
So in this one, you have to figure out why do you think they're eating the darker beetles? A, darker beetles taste better. B, the bird does not smell the lighter beetles. C, the lighter beetles are harder for the bird to see. And D, the darker beetles are better at hiding than lighter beetles. So you guys can circle in 3, 2, 1, circle. Good job, Kiwi. Hannah, good job. Mickey, good job. Okay, good job, everyone. So it looks like you guys have chosen C as your answer. The lighter beetles are harder for the bird to see. Okay, good job. A, the darker beetles taste better. Can you tell if beetles taste better from a picture? Would you be able to tell? No. Okay. B, the bird does not smell the lighter beetles. We have no idea what this bird can smell. Once again, guys, think about it. It's a picture. Okay. We can't tell what this bird is smelling. C, the lighter beetles are harder for the bird to see. That makes a lot of sense because he would probably eat them if he saw them. The bird would probably eat them if he saw them. That makes sense. So I like C. And then D, the darker beetles are better at hiding than lighter beetles. Well, if they were better at hiding, they wouldn't be eaten. Okay? So good job. C is the correct answer. Susie, can you read? Is this number 4? Yeah, Susie, read number 4.
Beavers and rats are both parts of the rodent family. Rats do not like the water. Beavers can live on land or in water. Beavers build underwater homes. How does the beaver's tail help it survive?
Thank you. We're looking at the tail. So the first thing you guys should do when you get a question like is just look at what they're talking about. They're talking about the tails, so compare the 2 tails. So just look up there, look at the tails. And then we have to think about what other information they gave us. So the first thing of information they gave us is rats do not like the water. Rats do not like the water, but beavers build underwater homes. So beavers clearly like underwater. So rats don't like water, beavers do like water, and now we're looking at their tails. So that's something I want you guys to keep in mind. Make sure you guys read the question. Make sure you guys read the question and look at what they're trying to ask about. Okay? So A, the tail can hit predators. B, the tail helps them fly away from predators. C, the tail helps them swim away from predators. D, the tail can knock down trees that are used for their homes. Let's have Steve. What did you answer?
My answer is C.
C. And why do you think it's good? Why do you think the tail's better at swimming?
Because it looks like a fish tail.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, a fish's tail. Or we could call that a fin or flipper. Very good. Yeah, so guys, beaver's tail looks like a flipper or fin. Okay? It's really big and it's flat. Okay? They don't use it to hit their predators. They don't use it to hit their predators. And I don't think a beaver can fly, so B is definitely not right. And why is D not right? What do beavers use to knock down trees? They don't use their tail. What do beavers use? Let's have Min Huang. What is it?
The teeth.
Their teeth. Thank you, Min Huang. Yeah, their teeth. Their teeth. Their teeth knock down trees. You guys are doing great so far. Make sure when we give you these quizzes, take your time and not only try to find the right answer, try to figure out which answers are wrong, okay? As it is to know which one is right. Because if you can get rid of them, you don't have to make the mistake of choosing that answer, okay? Let's have Hannah. Can you read the next question?
The silkbird lives in wetlands. It stands in shallow water and eats small fish. Some silks have longer legs than others. How would having long legs help some stilts? A. They won't get wet. B. They can catch flies high in the air. C. They can go in deeper water to look for food. D. They do not have to fly as often because of their height.
Number 5 is definitely a tricky one. Now, think about these are like cranes and stuff that can stand up really high and they fish for small fish. How would having long legs help some stilts? So everyone, you guys can circle in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay? Good job, everyone. You guys chose C. And C is correct. C is correct. The longer their legs, the deeper in water they can go. Yes, their legs are so they don't get wet, but it's more so they can see the prey. It's more so they can see their prey. Okay? Longer legs do not help you catch flies high in the air. They don't really help you with that. And these birds live in the water. They're okay getting wet. They can go slightly deeper to look for more food. More food. The taller your legs, the deeper in the water they can go to search for their small fish. Their small fish. These birds don't like swimming. Okay? They're not swimming, but they like to stand in the water. Good job, everyone. Okay, so we have some writing questions, it looks like now. Questions 6 and 7. I'll read 6. 2 tomatoes are cut open. 1 tomato only has a few seeds in it. Tomato 2 has many seeds in it. Explain which tomato has a better chance of reproducing. What did you write? Suri. Just tell me right now, which tomato do you think has a better chance of reproducing?
Tomato 2.
Because why?
Because it has more seeds than tomato 1.
Very good. So you could say, you could answer this tomato 2 because it has more seeds and is more likely going to reproduce. Tomato 2 because it has more seeds and is more likely going to reproduce. Okay, let's move on. 7, these 2 rabbits live in the same place. Explain which rabbit is more likely going to survive. Okay, circle the rabbit that is more likely going to survive. Circle the rabbit in 3, 2, 1, go. So you guys all chose the brown or black or whatever rabbit this is. Why did you guys choose this? Teddy, why did you choose that rabbit?
I choose that rabbit because it has a darker fur and can hide in shadows or in trees that have darker leaf colors.
Very good. So, the rabbit on the right is more likely to survive because it is darker and hides and can hide in this environment, okay? Or you guys could say it can hide in shadows, like Teddy said, in shadows. You guys can see the shadows in the background, so maybe the rabbit on the right is more likely going to survive because it can hide in shadows, okay? So there's multiple answers that are correct. You could also make arguments for the left one if you wanted to. Remember, in science, so I could say, I think we're just going to go with the rabbit on the right. But guys, if you ever come up with a good enough argument for the rabbit on the left, I'll have to give it to you. Maybe you could argue because it's really sunny or something like that, and the darker rabbit will, you know, stand out more. I don't know. But just letting you guys know, you can always try to make an argument for the other one if you want, but the right one is much, much easier to make an argument for, so definitely choose the right one. I can't even think of an argument. Okay, so that was your quiz, guys. That was your quiz. So you probably should have chose the rabbit on the right and talked about it making shadows. If you chose the one on the left and you gave a good enough argument, then we'll count it correct, but it's pretty hard to come up with one. Okay, so definitely, hopefully you guys chose the one on the right. Okay, let's go into your book. So we're going to watch the video one more time that we watched last class, just so we can go over some of the vocab words that were in it. We watched it the first time, but we never really talked or discussed about it, okay? So let me share it. Let me unplug my microphone so you actually can hear it. So we're going to watch this video. It's only 5 minutes. We're going to watch it one more time, and then we're going to talk about the vocab words, because I want you guys to be able to understand some of these words, because they're going to be in your next unit. What do you guys think is going to happen to these habitats when after the landslide? What's going to happen to these habitats, Mia?
The habitat will be fall down, and the landslide will make the habitat break down, and the landslide will destroy all of the habitat in there.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, this landslide, so there was forest, there was grasslands, and mountains. Now watch. So we had an environment that was forest, you had environments that were grasslands, and then they became a freshwater lake because of the landslide. What do you guys think they mean? Introduction of a new species. How do humans introduce new species? What does that mean? Zeling? So when we have a new classmate, let's say we get a new classmate in class, I would introduce them to class. I would introduce them to class. So they are what? The species is what?
New.
New. Yeah, so guys, think about this. So imagine an insect that was not in the environment, that was not a living or non-living thing in that environment. If I introduce that insect to that environment, it means that insect is new. Okay, that's introduction. When you introduce a new species, it means it's new. What does deforestation mean? What does deforestation mean? Jenny, do you know what deforestation means? Jenny. Okay, Jenny, do you see any words in the word that you know? I can underline it.
Forest.
Yeah, forest. Good job, Jenny. Forest. So deforestation is when you cut down or get rid of forest. Get rid of forest. Humans do this for farming. We farm. When we make farms, sometimes we cut the forest. We also do it to make houses or buildings, okay, and other reasons too. But humans will cut down the forest. That is called deforestation, okay? So last slide. So habitats undergo changes all the time. So what are 2 ways a habitat can change? There's 2 different ways. Mickey, what is one way a habitat can change or undergo a change?
Earthquake.
Yeah? Yeah, so let's say there's an earthquake. Let's say there's an earthquake. Is that change a natural change or due to humans?
Natural change.
That's a natural change. Very good. And let's say there is deforestation. Deforestation. Is this going to be a human change or a natural change? Kiwi.
Human change.
Yeah, this is a human. Everyone unmute. Can we all say the new word? It's called deforestation.
Deforestation.
Very good. Thank you guys for reading the word. Okay. So we're going to be doing your book now, and we'll get ready for your homework. Okay. So we looked at this last class. So you guys were telling me this was a flood, and this is correct. This is a natural change. This is a natural change. Sometimes humans can cause floods as well, but floods are usually caused by rain. Floods are usually caused by rain. Let's have everyone read. Let's just read on your own. Start off with some changes to environments. Okay, some changes to environments. And then I'm going to ask you a few questions about what you read. Okay, so what did you guys read about? What did you guys read about? Chi, what did you read about? Chi?
I read about the change to environments that happen quickly.
That happen quickly. Very good. Yeah, these happen quickly. About what two things that happen quickly? Changes that happen quickly. Let's have Leo. Leo, what did you read about? What two things?
I read about flood.
A flood? Yep.
And mudslide occurs.
Yeah, a mudslide. So guys, on the left is the flood, and on the right is a landslide or mudslide. These occur usually when there's a lot of water. A lot of water. And we can read the example. So the flood. Who would like to read the flood for us? Teddy, can you read under the flood?
Extra water from rain may cause rivers, lakes, or streams to overflow.
Very good. And let's read the caption under the landslide or mudslide. Let's have Sydney. Sydney, can you read this one for us?
When the land gives way in the mudslide, it takes tree and other plants with it.
Very good. And do you think those plants, what do you think happens to those plants? Do you think they're going to live, die? What do you think?
I think it die.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure some of them will die. Some of the trees and plants will die, but I think some of them will also live. It depends if they're buried under the mud. Even these floods. The floods are going to cover up a bunch of grass and small plants and animals. Some will die, but some will get away. Some will get away. Can plants move? Can plants move during a natural disaster? Everyone, unmute. Yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
In most cases, plants cannot move out of a disaster or out of a natural disaster. Plants kind of have to stay in place. Plants have to stay in place. So I'd like you guys to get out a pencil and paper and just write number 2. What other kinds of changes do you think might happen quickly in an environment? Make a list. So I'll start you guys off with something, but make sure you finish the sentence. Make sure you finish the sentence. Okay, everyone. What did you guys write? What are some extra things that you guys wrote? I want to hear what you guys wrote. What are some things that happen quickly? Let's have Emma. What is something that happens quickly?
Other changes in the environment that happen quickly could be earthquakes, flood, drought, and mudslide.
Okay. The only thing I have a problem with is probably droughts. Think about a drought. A drought is after a long period of time with no water. A drought is when it doesn't rain for a long time. So a drought is actually probably more of a long change, okay? Quickly could be floods, landslides, something that happens really quickly. What else? Ocean, what else did you write?
Storm.
A storm. Yeah, a really scary storm. With maybe it blows down a bunch of trees. Well, Kui Hang.
It might be a tsunami.
A tsunami. Oh, yeah. A tsunami. That's pretty scary. Hacker, how about you? What did you write?
Right. Earthquake.
Earthquake. Okay, yeah. Earthquakes happen very quickly and without warning. They usually have no warnings at all. Yeah, so guys, you could have wrote about hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, okay, floods, landslides, an avalanche. An avalanche is like a landslide, but with snow. All these things happen quickly. Think about how fast it happens. Okay, so they want you to circle at least one thing in each picture that was affected by the change in the environment. I'm going to read the top, and then we're going to circle something that would change in the environment. When an environment changes, it affects the plants and animals that live there. A fast change, such as a flood or mudslide, affects an environment. Plants may all die. Animals lose their homes and sources of food. Animals may also die if they can't make changes. So, circle at least one thing in each picture that was affected by the change in the environment. Boys, you can do the top two pictures. So boys will be the top two, girls will be the bottom two. Circle something that's going to change in the environment, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone should be circling right now. Okay. Wow, we have a lot of circles going on. What is one thing that is going to change? Boys, in the top picture, what is one thing that is going to change? Let's have Leo. What is something that you circled? Leo?
I circled the tree.
The tree. What do you think is going to happen to the tree?
The tree will get burned.
Yeah, the tree's going to burn. Okay, so this river is changing directions. This river is changing directions. What do you think is going to happen? Let's have Steve. Steve, what do you think is going to happen on the picture on the right?
The trees will die.
The trees are going to die because the river changes? That's not wrong. But some of the plants, so think about all the plants that live near the river. This river is going to change direction. What's going to happen to all the plants that were living near the river? Do you think they're going to live or die now?
Live.
Yeah, some of them are going to live, but some of them are going to die. Okay? So guys, look at this river. So it's kind of hard to see what they're talking about, but this is the river they're talking about right here. This part, this section. It's now not part of the river. So all the fish in here, all the things that lived in this river are eventually going to have to move to the water over here, move to the water, or they're not going to survive, okay? Because now the river has changed direction. And girls, we'll talk about this next class. Sorry guys, we ran out of time. So your homework is to do page 324, numbers 4 and 6. Do not do number 5. No number 5, okay? Well, that is it for today, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm gonna see you guys all on Monday. Make sure you guys finish number 4
Goodbye, Miss Carter.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Miss